Hey folks, BELAL here from LearnToSell.io, and today I want to talk to you about cold calling and the rejection that sellers face when they do it. Listen, this is one of the reasons why cold calling can feel so painful. Picking up the phone and calling a complete stranger, getting rejected, losing the chance of that account, having all that work reset and your effort in trying to connect with that buyer. And it sucks. It's a tough feeling because it becomes a negative cycle. Too much rejection starts making the whole exercise feel bad, and when you start to feel bad, you want to do less of it. But the reality is the phone is your best friend. The phone is the best and fastest way to connect with an interested buyer. So we got to get out of this cycle of constant rejection. And the reason why we face this rejection is pretty simple. Pitching is the problem. That's how I was taught to cold call many years ago. It's probably how you were taught to cold call. You get somebody on the phone, you introduce yourself, and then you lay on your 30-second elevator pitch. But when you really think about it, pitching is what invites objections because pitching is persuading. Pitching is a monologue. Pitching is all about you and your company and your product. And there's an inherent problem with that. Think about the universal buyer's journey. And if you weren't introduced to this, don't worry. I wasn't either when I first started off in sales and only learned it about 7 years into my sales career. Every purchasing decision follows 5 universal stages. They're unaware, aware, consideration, evaluation, and decision. And I've pulled unaware and aware out of the list for a moment for a reason. When buyers are in unaware or aware stages, they're not actually buyers. They're what we would call prospects. They've shown no intent to buy. The people that you're cold calling, they sit in these 2 stages. What are they unaware or aware of? They might not even be unaware that they even have a problem, let alone you or your company or your product or the solutions that are available for them in the market. So think about that. They might not even be problem aware. So why would you pitch somebody who's not even problem aware? Pitching is great for people who are in these stages of the buyer's journey. But these top 2, pitching is not good. It doesn't work. We have to first establish that there even is a problem and that they acknowledge that problem. And then we can move on to telling them, well, how could we address that problem? And you're not going to accomplish that in the first 30 seconds of a cold call, launching into a monologue with your unique selling propositions or whatever it is that traditional sales training teaches. So now we've identified why we get rejected. And the issue becomes now, well, how do we ditch the pitch? What's the alternative? So I'm going to take you through that on the next one, but focus on this for a moment. We have to identify the problem. Stop pitching because pitching is what's inviting those objections and then leading to rejection. And too much rejection is going to make the cold calling exercise feel impossible, and it is not. All right? Talk soon.